All right, so what you saying you could make like as low as $50? Like, are there fees that you have to pay to dance?
So, of course, just like with every other job, you get paid as a paycheck. They take out money for taxes, all that. A part of dancing, you pay house fee. You pay, it depends on what time you come in, but you don't pay no more than maybe $80 to $100 a night. But you're going to make four times double that. So you don't mind paying for, and you're paying for using their stage, their pools, their alcohol to clean the pool, VIP rooms, locker room, lockers. I don't mind paying a little bit. Got to make sure everybody's getting paid.
Right. Okay. Let me ask you this: at those big clubs, right? Like them mega clubs, like in Miami, like KOD. Like, do you think that is more in places like that? Like you got to pay more of a house fee?
Yeah, because they making a lot more.
Right.
They're making 10 bands a night. I mean, they're probably paying 800 to work. That's nothing when you're making a big bag.
Right.
That's like a respect to the game. You gotta pay.
So let's talk about dating, right? Because that's kind of been always something I wondered about, right? Like, is it easy to date when you're in that profession?
No. A lot of men are insecure. They think it's cool to date a stripper, and then when they really get into a relationship, they're like, damn, you have customers calling you, wanting to see you at the club. It's all a part of the game. It's all a part of you having a stage name. That's who you are outside the club, and who you are at home is different. So you gotta be really, you gotta know you gotta be him to date somebody and not worry about her going anywhere. No.
Right. Okay. So, all right. So we talked about birthday bashes a little earlier, and I've seen it. Like, they look like they pretty big. So let me ask you this: what are those nights like? Like, how much could you make on those nights?
My birthday is, I call it a bad bitch holiday. April 29th, Taurus season. I'm a Taurus. It's amazing. It's like a holiday. So I get ready all day. I have huge parties. I have a cameraman. It's like a movie. I make a lot of money. I have a lot of, hopefully I'll get a little clip of it, but it's the best night of my life. I had a party bus, and last year I had a party bus. I had so many people. I don't even know, maybe more than 100. I don't know, but I made a good amount.
You said that on a day that wasn't your birthday, you made 4,000. So how much have you made on your birthday, your highest birthday?
The highest birthday. I made 7,500.
Oh.
I stayed up all night at the house, drunk as hell, fine as hell, with all my friends. I had a whole dice game at the house. First of all, I had a whole dice game at the house with my friends playing that, whatever, shooting dice, not playing. Anyways, and me and my friends were counting so much money, and yeah, that was the most I made. I made 7,500. 500 and maybe some change, and taking that to the bank, they just looked at you like, whoa, I have the wrong job. I was like, no, girl, you have the right job. It was just my birthday. I have a lot of love. Thank God. Shout out to God. I don't know, but dancing is not that fun like I say it is. Sometimes you get that stinky customer, the truck drivers. Wallet is fat, but baby, dancing on them is just like you just begging the clock to just let me finish this. But you get paid and you make good money, so it's all worth it. Like, fuck it. But it's not all peaches and cream.
Okay. All right. So look, that makes sense. We talking about customers, right? All right. So look, a lot of guys make the mistake, especially when they're young, right? They make the mistake of thinking that I've been to the club with some of my partners before, and some of them don't have that much experience, and like, you know, he'll nudge and be like, "Hey, bro, she like me for real, bro."
Yeah. It's our job to like you.
Right.
But I don't know, because I do have friends that actually like somebody from the club, and they still together and they have a family, and the girls don't even dance no more. Like, I've seen it all. I've seen people that, like, you know, play their role, and I've seen people that actually fall in love. Like, I don't know. I won't say all strippers are all, you know, bullshit. You know, some people do get in their feelings, you know.
Right.
Money talks. When somebody's getting so much money, they're gonna eventually start developing like their emotional attack. I've seen people fall in love with guys that were just paying them. Those guys are married. Like, you should just always know your place, get your money, go home, save that money. A lot of dancers don't save money because we think we're gonna make that amount. If I make $800 tonight, I'm gonna go tomorrow and go to a restaurant and get sushi or get my nails done. Because in my mind, I know I'm gonna make that money again. But you're not always gonna make that money again. So just, if you make 800, put 500 to the side, spend the rest. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you not to spend. I spend.
Right.
But you gotta save up some money, because one day you're not gonna be making all that money you think you're making. So
Right.
that's with any job, you gotta save up some money. You don't wanna work paycheck to paycheck.
One thing I always wondered, and this is of course from your perspective, as far as by race, who tips the most? Like, who spends the most money?
Oh, that's a hard question, because I can't say that. I can't just tell you one race that,
Right.
no, I've had it all.
Right.
I've had an Asian make the rain like crazy. I've had a black crowd. I've had Mexican, white, Pakistan, everything you can think of. I mean, there's no, people just stay, you know, there's no strip club without no strippers. You know, people, they'll complain about it, like, oh, why would you want to go to the strip club? All the girls are nasty, blah, blah, blah. But it's just all one big fantasy, you know.
Right. So I kind of want to go back to kind of like where you from. And so, first of all, are you able to speak Arabic to them?
Yes.
Wow.
A lot of Arab customers, they like the idea that I speak Arabic, but it's not, they don't want to, it's not okay for our kind to be out there in that type of world. So it's really surprising. I'm like, oh my God, you know what we're talking about. Because I would hear them talking and I would just be like, oh yeah, you know, I know what you're saying. And they'll be like, what are you doing here? How did you get into this? You know, because there's a lot of, in that culture, that are good girls, or you're supposed to be a good girl. So not like a big fan of that, but they'll say hi and that's it, you know. I
Okay.
stay away from them. That's not my big. I got the other crowds.
Okay.